here we go. Let's... Oh, there we go. You can now see me. Isn't that wonderful? Welcome to the 30th of May 2019. Today's From the Crow's Nest, Strangers in a Strange Land. All four, Folklore Thursday. And today we're going to be talking about... Excuse me, my croaky throat there. We're going to be talking about... strange and unusual people that have turned up. Let me just put that down a little bit. How's that? Is that better? There we go. So it's not straight in my face. And someone sent a bit of feedback saying they want to see the Dalek. So let me just move over here. Put that up there. There he is. There we go. How's that? You can see that, and you can see some boxes in the back. That's I'm using those for a project at the moment with my son. Anyway, there's the Dalek. And yes, the keen-eyed, that is the blueprints of a sonic screwdriver. So there we go. Okay. Oh, let's try this again. Let's get this right. Oh. Okay. So today we're talking about strangers in a strange land. And I thought I'd start by... my face again. There we go. I thought I'd start by talking a little bit about what's considered the origins of the people of the Isle of Wight. So, the old people say that there were three main races that came to the island. And before they all combined to become the people of Icht and Ictus, which then became Vectus. The first wave of people were the Cymri. We know little about them, only that they are the descendants of the Gael or the Celts. Sometime after that, the Galedin appeared, and they appeared on open-topped boats from a land lower than the sea. Some people say maybe the Netherlands, or maybe even Belgium. But coming from open-top boats means they didn't travel too far. They lived in harmony with the Cymri until a third race came. Now these, the Coranied, were giants from a mysterious country that sank, a mysterious country filled with magic and high technology, called the Land of Pools. Does that sound familiar to anyone? They came to the island and subjugated the Cymri and the Galedin. There were three main tongues that were spoken on the island: the Guitt, the Gwict, and the Guith. And it's thought that the three tongues were on the three islands that made up the island at the time, which all related tongues, but they were the three dialects, I guess, of the same tongue. And so we had these giants who appeared, who came to the island, and they I guess were strange people in a strange land. They didn't understand the customs. They didn't understand the language. Unlike when the Galedin came, or the Galedin came, they had a very similar culture to the Cymri, I guess, being a European in nature. But the giants, they were different. They were darker skinned. Some say 8-9 feet tall. And some accounts have them as loving bloodshed and war. But those accounts seem to be being written from a a Christian perspective, not from those who would demonize the older ways. And they said to have brought with them the first of the gods that came and resided. And these two gods are said to be, now, I may butcher these names, so anyone that knows them, please don't have a go at me for butchering them. Who Gudarn was the god, and the goddess Olwen, and they were said to live here and reside on the island. Who Gudarn or Gudarn, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, I really am, is said to have resided in the Hexel Grove, or the Grove of Hexel, Hexel, and the god's name is spelt HU space Gudarn. And Olwen is said to have resided on the opposite side of the island in the Dragon's Tail, or at the Rock of or the Pinnacle of Now they both say to reside here still, but asleep with the dragon. And all the Druids of the British Isle are said to descend from these three races, who eventually combined to become the people of Gwict, or the Ictus, who were eventually united by the great dragon, who still resides and flows through the centre of the island. And now on to the second story, the hairy man from Gog. So the story says that in the early 1700s, a strange thing happened. A man in strange clothing, but covered from head to toe in hair, was found to be walking aimlessly through the island. No one knows where he came from, and no one could understand his speech. Now it is said that he clearly spoke a language. Look at that! My microphone is dropping a little bit. Let's put that back up there a bit. He clearly spoke a language, and not just random sounds. But no one could actually understand him. So they took their pistols and their cudgels and they hunted him down. But he was said to be 7 feet tall and the strongest man they'd ever met. And he overpowered every man that came at him. Every gunshot bounced off him. Every hit from a cudgel was deflected back at the person who was hitting him. And he wreaked havoc through the towns, one by one, destroying markets, destroying houses, upturning. I really got get this arm fixed. Let's try this. Let's get this right. How's that? Still falling a little bit. There we go. Let's tighten that up. Let's see if that works. Overturning carts and destroying produce. Until finally, he reached the top of the island. Cows, or maybe East Cows, we're not sure which one, dived into the ocean, never to be seen again. And that is the story of the hairy man from Gog. Where they got the name Gog from, I don't know. Maybe he was able to communicate a little bit, but who knows. So anyway, we're 10 minutes in. I just want to remind everyone that tonight I will be recording through the excuse me, excuse me, through the hedgerow, and we're going to be talking about fossils, and we're going to be talking about yetis and all sorts. So please send through your questions. I've got a few already. Most of them, as you can imagine, are about yetis and Bigfoots and all that sort of stuff. But please send them through. We're going to be talking about fossils. We're going to be talking about dragons. We're going to be talking about dinosaurs. We're going to be talking about all sorts of really, really cool stuff. And just before I go, yesterday, I forgot to say, was, as they used to say on the island, Zikzak Day, which is to commemorate the restoration of the king. And in honour of that, I will recite a little poem. Not mine. This is a traditional Isle of Wight poem. The 29th of May is Zikzak Day. So mount your oak, my boys, and gie a hip hooray. Old winter's gone away, for summer's comes, I may. So ivory, one med joyful be, a Zikzak Day. Oi you, zout for thee, as helped King Charles away, and hidden in an oaken tree or dree, a hip array. Here's to Pendrell and Lane, and old pratty Mrs. Jane, who saved the king for England a Zikzak Day. So jine in no nay, 'tis Zikzak Day, and we, us, zing God save the king. We, ip, hooray. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. If you have anything that you'd like me to talk about, anything that you'd like to share, please pass it on, and I'll be happy to talk about it. Have a wonderful day, and again, thank you for joining me. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.